Melih Cevdet Anday was a Turkish writer whose unique poetry stands outside the traditional literary movements. He also wrote in many other genres which, over 6.5 decades, included 11 collections of poems, 8 plays, 8 novels, 15 collections of essays, several of which won major literary awards. He also translated several books from diverse languages into Turkish. Biography. Melih Cevdet Anday was born in Istanbul in 1915 and lived there until his parents moved to Ankara in 1931. He graduated from Gazi High School and, for a while, began studying sociology in Belgium on a state railways scholarship, but had to return home in 1940 after the German invasion. Between 1942 to 51 he worked as a publication consultant for the Ministry of Education in Ankara and then as a city librarian. During this time he began his career as a journalist for several newspapers. After 1954, he worked as a teacher for the Istanbul Municipal Conservatory. Between 1964 and 1969, Anday served on Turkish Radio Television's board of directors. After he retired from his position in the conservatory in 1977, Anday was assigned to UNESCO headquarters in Paris as cultural attaché until recalled after a change of government. Literary career. As a poet, Anday was one of the leaders of the Garip movement, which also included Orhan Veli and Oktay Rifat. According to the preface of the joint collection, published in 1941, poetry should abandon the formalism and rhetorical classical style of previous centuries, making itself simple, colloquial, and matter-of-fact, an artless art designed to serve the common people. However, present there even then was an uneasy acknowledgement of French surrealism, and Anday was eventually to change his engaged style to a cerebral neo-surrealism as he cautiously navigated beyond the difficult political waters of his country. This culminated in what was regarded at the time as his masterwork, the 4-sectioned long poem Ulysses Bound of 1963. In this he deploys an original rhetoric of his own, a slow world in progress, with no memory, visible only to the eye before there was an eye, where nameless beings were advancing among other beings, trees grew before trees were, and a star in the temple of the clouds opened wide the unharvested sky to the bloody dawn of the epochs before there was reason. Other sectioned poems of some length were to follow, including On the Nomad Sea and a poem in the manner of Karasoglin, but there were also many short poems of disarming simplicity such as Sun and Seagull, whose thought-filled qualities journey beyond his earlier manner. From henceforth his varied work began to earn Anday official recognition. In particular, his play Macedon and co-play earned him several awards. Most successful playwright of the 1967-1968 drama season, the İlhan İskender Prize, Ankara Art Lovers Foundation for the Best Playwright in 1971. 1972. Another play, Olumsuzlar Yağar Bursinayet and Soylanchisi, won the Enka Art Prize in 1980. His poetry collection Tekno'nun İllumu won the 1978 Sedat Simavi Foundation Literature Prize, and Olumsuzlar Dinda Gilgamesh gained the 1981 Türkiye İzbankası Prize. In 1971 UNESCO honored among other outstanding European authors. He also received the TÜYAP Honor Prize for 1991 and the 2000 Aydın Doğan Foundation's Literature Award. In 1994 the sculptor Metin Yurdnu cast a seated statue of him in bronze which is now sited in the park named after him at Oren on the Gulf of Gokova. Bibliography. Poetry Garip with Orhan Veli and Oktay Rifat. Rihati Kakanagac. Telgrafane. Can Yana. Kolari Bali Odysseus. Gosebidenas and Ustunde. Tekno'nun İllumu. Söz Kukala, Olumsuz Lakard Inda Gilgamesh, Gunest, Jagmarun Altında, Seccme Sila. Novels Alakla, Gilmir, İzinin Gunchasi, Raziya, Jagmerlu Sokak, Meryem Gibi, Berberimizianle Yamayız, Plays Isa de Kyla, Makardonun Kopleri, Dortoyan, Olim Zuzala, Essays Dog Ubati, Konasarak, Julizan Komedya, Yeni Tanrila, Sosyalist Berdunyu, Dilimiz Ustun Konusmela, Madasilik ve Alkukilik, Yasik, Paris Yazilari, Asikliga Dogru, Savizmenan Gurdu Klagu ve Usiligi. Yitan Sori, Aldandmarki, Imge Ormanlari, Jelisegi Yasamak, Memoir Soviet Russia Azerbaijan Uzbekistan Bulgaristan Macaristan. Translations into European languages. Anday's works have been translated into Russian, German, Hungarian, Romanian, French and English. Book-length translations include the novel Alakla into Bulgarian and poetry selections into French. Ulis Brazataj as Aorta's poems, and Ofran's 1946–1989. U.S. selections of poetry include On the Nomad Sea, Rain One Step Away, selected poems of Melih Cevdet Anday. The last of these, translated by Sidney Wade, was winner of the 2015 Merrill Divici Prize.